Warning. Warning. You are entering a territory far from your safe space. You must turn back now, or you will become informed. Go. Now.
Yes, Kai, Jennifer, and this is in fact the second time criminals have targeted this family's home. For safety reasons, the homeowner asked that we alter her voice. She hopes someone can help police capture this suspect. Terrifying moments caught on video. A man trying to break through a family's front door in Towson, the homeowner a woman inside.
I was in the guest room tidying up, and I heard some very loud, I guess you'd call it thumping sound.
Those sounds, this man using his body as a battering ram. It happened this past Friday at 6:30 in the evening. Watch as the suspect first walks around the home, then approaches the front door, dressed in all black and wearing a ski mask to try and break into the home. When he stops, watch as a car pulls into view. The suspect then looks through the glass, mutters that he can't get in, then seconds later sprints off towards the car.
And when I looked at the video, my heart stopped because I saw a man ramming my front door, trying to get in, and repeatedly trying to break in. And I realized how lucky I am that he didn't make it in.
The home, one of 18 targeted across Baltimore County since October. In some cases, the suspects have been successful. Police believe all are related.
Because of the similar ways that the burglars are getting into the houses, we feel pretty strongly at this point that it is connected.
As for the family that lives here, they just hope this man and the others responsible are caught soon.
He was determined to get in, and I think that to this moment still probably terrifies me the most.
And tonight, I talked to Baltimore County Police will be taking part in a community meeting to address these break-ins. It's happening at 6 p.m. tomorrow at the Horse Pavilion at the Timonium Fairgrounds. Reporting live in Baltimore County, Alexa Ashwell, Fox 45 News.
Officials tell us shortly after 3 o'clock this morning, City Watch camera operators observed 3 people getting out of a car and arming themselves near Park Avenue and Clay Streets. As officers responded to the scene, the 3 suspects ran off. We're told one of the suspects ran to Mulberry Street, and that's when officers confronted the man and shot him in the leg. That suspect was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Right now, a second suspect is behind bars, while a third is still on the run this morning.
And Shelby County investigators want to find a man who stole hundreds of dollars from a woman using only her debit card. But he wasn't just withdrawing cash. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach reveals the way that he was able to get even more. Janice.
Well, investigators want to catch this guy who pulled off an elaborate scheme taking $800 out of the account of a 21-year-old woman with cerebral palsy, and she may not be his only victim.
That is so wrong, you know. I mean, everybody needs all of their funds, and for someone to do that, you know, it's just terrible.
Shelby County Sheriff's investigators want to find this man.
He deposited bogus checks, 4 bogus checks in the amount of $1,550 into her account and withdrew $800.
Detective Steve Beerbrot says the victim is a 21-year-old woman with cerebral palsy. He said she had her PIN number with her debit card, and that's how the crook could deposit the bogus checks into her account. Beerbrot says those checks were likely stolen.
Oh, that's very scary. Wow.
The victim lost or had her debit card stolen in the Wolf Chase area. This photo of the man was taken at a bank on Lamar. Beerbrot says banks quickly released part of the money deposited, and that's why the suspect could only get $800. Investigators say he may have done this to another victim.
The bank I spoke with said they've got another victim with the same MO.
But in that instance, the suspect had a hoodie pulled over his face so you can't see what he looks like. Customers I talked with say they know there are cameras at the ATM spot.
They have cameras, but I don't know if they see everything.
They see a lot at a wide angle, and the camera got a really good picture of this guy. And if you recognize that man at the ATM, turn him in. Call Crime Stoppers at 901-528-CASH. Live, Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5. Tonight,
An MPD officer with a checkered history is at the center of an internal police investigation. WMC Action News 5's Jessica Hawley has combed through hundreds of pages of department records and is live with what she has uncovered. Jessica?
Police won't tell us why Officer Isaac Coleman is under internal investigation, but today we got a look at his personnel file, and it shows years of disciplinary action being carried out by MPD. Officer Isaac Coleman joined the Memphis Police Department in July of 2006, but his personnel file shows since then he has spent at least 59 days on suspension because of more than a dozen infractions. In 2009, 3 years after joining the force, Coleman was suspended for 4 days after falling asleep while driving and crashing his cruiser into a pole and fence. That same year, Coleman was suspended an additional 5 days because of a fight in the men's locker room with a coworker. He was also ordered to complete anger management. We found in 2012, a former clerk from this Circle K filed a lawsuit against Coleman. The clerk claims she was working back in May of 2011 when Coleman came in on duty and made unwanted sexual advances, then put her into a headlock and threw her to the floor. The suit was eventually dropped, but Coleman got a lengthy suspension by the department of 30 days and was required to complete more anger management classes. Coleman was suspended for 10 more days in 2015 after a woman called police asking for help with threatening text messages. Records show the woman tried to grab her phone back from the officer, and she was arrested for disorderly conduct and tampering with evidence. But the woman claimed Coleman also made unwanted advances during the incident. So we questioned MPD about the department's policy. How can someone with so many documented violations still work as an officer? A spokesperson told us each case is reviewed in a case-by-case basis. Memphis Police Union President Mike Williams said he would not comment on any member of the union or any ongoing investigation. Reporting live, Jessica Hawley, WMC Action News 5.
Step back. Step back. Step back. Oh, that's what this. What's that? What's that? Say it again. Say it again. What's your fucking? Hey! Send 94! Send 94! Get it out! Back down, man! What is wrong with you? Stand down! Stand down! Stand close to me! What is prepared? What is wrong? Hey, I swear! Tell me what is wrong! You tell me what is wrong! Just tell me. What is wrong? I don't know, you just tell me. Let go of my leg. Let go of my leg, sir. Let go of my leg. Let go of my leg. Here, they're coming. Let go of my leg. Let go of the leg. Don't come over there, okay? All right, we won't. You tell me what it's about. She calls me and you just go out.
And I'll get a 50 of my 7 at apartment level 3, apartment level 1. No response from that unit as well. It remains temporary.
47 or 481. For Bravo 1, shots fired.
Stand down!
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more and interesting information like this.
Fight their asses.